Hello, I'm Michelle Paver, the author of the Chronicles of Ancient Darkness, and I'm here in the recording studio watching Sir Ian McKellen recording the audio for the 5th book, Oathbreaker. In Oathbreaker, one of Torak's closest friends is killed, and to take vengeance, he follows the Soul Eater into the heart of the deep forest. In the piece Ian's just coming to, it's night time and Torak and Ren are hiding out in trees from the deep forest clans.
He was undeterred. He would find Thiazi. Straining at the rope that bound him to the trunk, he twisted round to see if Ren was awake on the other side. She was curled up like a squirrel, fast asleep. He ached to be on the move. Somewhere in these secret valleys, Thiazi was hiding, and the trail was getting cold. Not even Wolf could follow it much longer. On the ground, branches rustled as something large pushed its way through. Torak couldn't see anything, but as the creature drew nearer, he heard munching and huffing breath. Then a darkness like a walking boulder passed beneath him. He glimpsed massive, humped shoulders, an enormous head with short half-moon horns. Bison. He watched the creature lean against the yew's trunk and give itself a luxuriant scratching that made the whole trees shiver. Then, with a deep, satisfied grunt, it ambled off. Soon afterwards, Torak caught the familiar tail swish of horses. As the herd moved beneath him, he glimpsed a wobbly foal, duck beneath its mother's belly to suckle. A young mare, nibble grooming the mane of an older one, whose scarred rump showed her to be the survivor of many a hunt. He felt a settling of awe. Unlike the dun-coloured horses of the open forest, these were as black as a moonless night. Ren mumbled in her sleep, and the lead mare jerked up her head. The sacred herd melted into the darkness like a dream. The forest felt lonely after they'd gone. Torak wished Wolf and the ravens would return. The wind strengthened, and the trees creaked and moaned. He wondered what they were saying. If he knew their speech, they could tell him where to find Thiazi. The thought dropped into his mind like a pebble into a forest pool. Become one of them. Spirit walk. He wondered if he dared. Trees are the most mysterious of beings. They harbour fire and give life to all, yet eat only sunlight. Alone among creatures, they grow a new limb when one is lost. Some never sleep, while others slumber naked through the cruelest winter. They witness the scurrying lives of hunters and prey, but keep their own thoughts hidden. Torak wrenched open his medicine pouch and sought the piece of black root he'd kept secret even from Ren. Seon had given it to him. For when you need it, she'd said. He chewed fast. Bitterness flooded his mouth. The root was potent. Before he'd swallowed it, a sharp pain pierced his guts. Waves of cramp took hold, and he doubled up, the rope cutting into his midriff. He began to be afraid. He should wake Ren, but the raw hide held him. He couldn't reach. The cramps were coming faster, a relentless tide sucking at his soles. He opened his mouth to call Ren's name, and his voice was the groaning of bark and the roaring of branches. His twig fingers knew the chill moonlight and the wind's screaming caress. His boughs the scratch of wasp and the weight of sleeping boy and girl. Deep in the earth his roots knew the burrowing moles and the soft blind worms, and all was good, for he was tree, and he rejoiced in the wildness of the night. Lost in the coursing tree blood, the speck of spirit that was Torak begged it to tell him where to find Thiazi. The yew gave a sigh and lifted him out into the night. Helpless as a spark borne by a rushing wind, Torak was carried through the forest on a sighing sea of voices, from yew to holly, from seedling to sapling to mighty oak, faster than wolf can lope or raven fly. Terror seized him. Too far, he thought. You'll never get back. When at last he came to rest.
Wasn't
As
that
tree fingers
amazing?
knew the icy winds
Coming to the
sweeping
recording
down
studio
behind.
and watching Ian McKellen recording the Chronicles of Ancient Darkness is one of the highlights of my year. Oathbreaker, the 5th book in the series, is published in hardback and on audio on the 1st of September. I really hope you enjoy it.